Hey everyone, I'm reading I Am Here, and I think I'm at 36 pages. We're to page 36 tonight, and one of the things that she mentioned was fear, and how fear is healthy at a certain level, but when it overrides, it's not healthy. And it's interesting because I just had a conversation earlier tonight, and I got in tears because I feel stuck. I feel overwhelmed. I feel all these things, and I was talking about my feelings, and I was talking to my other half about our diet changes and stuff, because we had just done dinner, and he was like, "I'm still hungry," and then I feel awful because he's still hungry, and I'm trying to get us all to eat healthier, and then I'm like, I don't. Thankfully, I came from a calm space, and I said, "Listen, like, I know you're hungry, and I hate hearing that you're hungry, but I'm also feeling overwhelmed. Like, now I want to go a certain direction with my diet to eat healthier and different ways, and maybe you don't want to. So now I have to plan not only to try to keep our food budget low, but to keep a food budget low while trying to get 3 different people eating, because our other kid, he's pretty much an adult. He buys most of his own food now. And so I'm like, that just overwhelms me when I think about it. And I said, and I'm coming from a space of concern, and then I spiraled from there into like being, my kids are growing up, and my kids are going to be gone, and all these things, and I started like crying, and I'm like, I just feel like I'm feeling sad, I think, that they're going to be gone, and that like I can't relocate. If my youngest moves really far away, I can't relocate because my oldest is here, and my middle, I don't know where he's going, and then the reality of all of that kind of sits in, and I get scared, and then I get stuck. And I love that I am here. Ashley, it looks like an X. Ashley, though, she helps reframe in this first chapter. She's helping reframe different emotions. So this one is fear. I'm afraid, and I'm sad because my kids are getting older, and which means I feel like I'm losing them, but I'm not losing them. I'm not losing my kids. I'm just welcoming a new season. And I'm scared, guys. I'm so scared because I don't know what it's going to look like. I hardly ever see my firstborn, and it breaks my heart. And all I can think of is I'm hardly ever going to see my sons too. It's just going to be the same thing, when in reality, it could be completely different. All 3 of my kids are completely different, and all 3 have completely different goals and lifestyles. And I talk to my firstborn almost every day. Actually, I do talk to my firstborn every day. Even if they don't reply all the time, I actually say goodnight to them every day. It's just a habit I always had. And so they assured me it doesn't annoy them. So I always message goodnight to them, and I love you. And I never expect a response, and I'm always grateful when I get one. And I think that I need to approach that with my sons as well, and stop being so fearful. I think because of the things I went through before my firstborn moved out, I feel some guilt there too. And I just love my kids so much, and I think that I didn't express it enough or something, and maybe that's why my firstborn doesn't come around. It's all these weird little thoughts, and I think a lot of those come from how I feel based on my own childhood stuff and my own relationship or lack thereof with my parents over the years. So you guys, the things we're feeling today is so crazy. You can actually sit down and journal it and keep going deeper and deeper and deeper. And I just kind of talked it through, very surface level kind of talk through. But you saw me. I went from this fear that has something to do with food to my children to finally getting to maybe perhaps a root cause that I should work through is my fear that the relationship or lack thereof that I have 2 different parents my parents are divorced. I've been divorced since I was a preteen. So I have 2 different relationships with them, but relationship with each of them in different ways. And maybe I'm thinking that the lack of one of the relationships that I have, or the distant relationship, I should say, it's not lack, it's a distant relationship. And maybe I'm afraid that I'm going to have that with my kids too, because I kind of have that with my firstborn. And a lot of the times I think that, what did I do wrong? Where did I disconnect? Because we had a lot of disconnect, and I had a lot of poor choices made in a handful of years before they turned 18, a time when they needed me. I was going through something myself, and kind of not showing, and definitely not showing up as the mom I should have been. And now it's like we remember the most recent memories. In order to get back to the core of what's going on with us today, we have to go way back. But I feel like my adult daughter is where I was at 20, in my 20s, and I was only doing surface level. And I was pretty mad at my mom in that case, actually, or my dad, one of the two, both of them, who knows. And so I am here. This book is great. I'm not going to give spoilers, but I'm going to try to record a little video after each time I read it so I can share, and I'll put it out there, and hopefully it inspires you guys to pick this book up and actually do the deep work that Ashley goes through. Like I said, this is my first night reading it, so I'm not sure how far she's going with it, but I'm sure it's going to be a beautiful ride because I'm already impressed. And the first 36 pages, and she's made me cry like 3 times. And I've already a few times read a paragraph or two out loud to my other half saying, hey, wait, this is how I feel. And this is, wow, what I'm going through. And like, this is what I just said to you type of stuff. So hopefully you'll enjoy my videos as I kind of share a little bit. And I'm trying to do more of this because what else am I going to do, right? Love, peace, light, be well.